All right, friends. Doc South saying, hey. Oh, I don't know, I was just talking with my brother Ed about the various state lotteries there are that are out. And oh, I guess we were talking about certain scratch offs. We kind of dig them. And again, I might buy a scratch off one a week or something. And Eddie, same thing. And quite often, I got to tell you, I'm thrilled if it's a $5 ticket and I win $7. I'm I'm pretty happy. And if I lose, well, I lost $5. Now and then you win 50. It's kind of fun. I don't know. That's and those ones that are like the crossword puzzles, you got to really look them over. 'Cause I don't know how many times I don't get all the letters scratched out, and I'm thinking I got a loser when indeed I got a winner. Yeah. But the thing is, we got to talk, and I said, "Boy, I said, Ed, what do you think about those big fancy ones where you can win, 500 million and three quarters of a billion and all that stuff? What do you think?" He said, "Oh man," he says, you don't stand a chance." And 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 I know at various places you go where they've got lottery ticket sales, when those particular lotteries uh, come into effect where the prize is that high, gee, there's big long lines. People are spending a couple $100, which is pretty much not even a drop in of. It's like an atom it's like a molecule of H2O in the ocean to buy 100 tickets, because, well, quite honestly, yes, you've increased your chances from a one ticket buy to a hundred times better, but that still ain't gonna you don't still don't stand a chance. I don't know. I said to Ed, wouldn't it be nice to have a lottery where you could you stood a chance of winning, say, 25 grand or 10,000. And you know, I'd I'll tell you the truth, 10 grand would knock me right off my keister. I'd be so happy. Oh my gosh. Eddie said, yeah, he says, even God, he says, even if I won $5,000, I mean, whoa. He says, I'd be going out of my gourd. And yeah, and you could make it so maybe the grand prize is 50,000. I guess they do that. I guess they have these smaller lotteries, and you evidently can buy into them. But I don't know. I would think if there was a way to promote the big one, one with the multi numbers, but there'd be a way that you could somehow you stood instead of a one in half a trillion chance, you maybe have a one in 5,000 chance or whatever of winning. I mean, again, I'm just doing the math in my head here, or throwing out numbers out of my somewhat aged cranium. But I would think that'd be more. God, I'd just go out. I just love that if I could win 10, 15 grand, and sheesh, well, there'd go a couple of credit cards. Gone. That would really put a smile on my face. I'm telling you. And I don't know. I'm just surprised they don't. Maybe they do have something like that, and I just don't know about it. But that sounds cool to me. And like I said, I'm I'm ready to do cartwheels if I win $2 above what I paid for the scratch off. Hey, I can get a coffee and a donut. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you know, and still have money to buy another. I know I did run into a guy real quick as far as the idea of winning untold buckets of money, uncountable buckets of money. I ran into a guy that did win. I think he said I forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think he said it was around 3 to 5 million in one of the big lotteries. And he said, Doc, he says it was it sounds good on paper. And he said the money is nice, but he says all of a sudden everybody on earth is after you for a buck, for a touch. And you're a skunk if you don't give it to them. He said after a while, he says everyone's mad at your friends are all mad at you, the family's not talking. He says you actually he said for me anyway, if he was talking about himself, he said, for me, Doc, he said, I actually reached a point where I wished I hadn't won. And and he said, I know one thing, if I ever win, I'm keeping my mouth shut. Maybe the banker and me, and that's it. And he said, and I'm not kidding. He says, it's just not worth it. Oh my God, he said, the phone dancing off the hook, people coming to the door, meeting you at different places. And again, with all these schemes, plans, and hands out. And he said, you get to a point you don't know what to do. So maybe it is. I would think the smaller ones would be way more fun because I know I'd be doing cartwheels if I even won 100. Right? Yeah. So anyway, and maybe you don't have to spend a fortune to do it. Whatever. I know. I just thought it'd be. I'm just throwing it out. Maybe there is such a thing, and I just, like I said before, and I don't know about it. But I'd much sooner be in on the tinier ones. I think. Lord's Prayer moment. Just to consider. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. So be it. I often wonder if God likes to play poker. I would bet yes. Trouble is, he'd know what's in your hand. That'd be the rough part. He'd have to somehow promise not to sneak a look. I don't know. Well, but then I don't know. You just have to. I guess you just have to discuss that before you cut the cards. Anyway, see you later, friends. God bless, and have yourself a good evening. Bye now.